Hey guys, there's another palette I wanted to show you guys. It is the Laura Mercier Sleek and Chic eye color palette. Yeah, so definitely wanted to tell you about this. I saw this one on, that there was a new palette from her on Timtalia, and it was $55. I got it from Nordstrom. And it's really pretty. I love the box. It matches the outside of the palette. So I put this on Instagram, and again, it is a new one for the holidays, and a lot of people ask me about overlap and that kind of a thing with the other palettes. So I looked up all the colors before I ordered it. The thing that is consistent is every one of these palettes has the shade African Violet in it. It's a beautiful color. It's in every palette. But I'll just go over really quickly. I mean, you need to do your research. Someone sent me a picture of the palette they had and asked me, you know, to research for them what colors were different and, you know, what colors were in their palette that were in this one. And I was like, oh boy. So let me just go over it really quickly, and I'll just go by the outsides. Okay, these two palettes are previous palettes from the brand. If you have either one of these palettes, there are 3 shades that are the same in the new palette. 3 shades, one of them being African Violet. So excuse me guys, doing a little something here. If you have this one with a kind of weird cover, there's only African Violet in this one. And it's really hard to get the names of these. That's why it's so confusing. So I get, you know, the confusion. I saw it on Instagram. But yeah, these two palettes, if the outside of your palettes that you've gotten years past have these outside, there are 3 overlapping colors. And then if you have this one, it's only African Violet in here. But yeah, she's pretty consistent. African Violet is in every palette. I like that this palette has the name of the palette on the back, so there's not going to be any confusion, you know, when she comes out with the next one, because they're all the same shape. Guys, they're all the same shape. But let me show you how beautiful this one is, and I really thought this was a nice lineup of colors. Now, I hate to say it again, but I've kind of made it clear with a lot of you guys in the comments and everything like that, that I am a little bit disappointed this year in what there is out there for the holidays as far as holiday palettes. But this one was appealing to me, so I thought I'd share it with you, and a couple people asked me to swatch it. Laura Mercier palettes are really nice to me. I love her shadows, very, very pigmented as well as easily blendable, and it's just a nice basic core palette to have. If you look at it and the colors appeal to you, it's worth checking out. Again, I got it at Nordstrom. I think the first place to have it was Neiman Marcus, so I don't know if it's other places now, but I just, you know, the first place that I kind of, you know, kind of shop with was Nordstrom that had it, so they had it at my local store, at my local Nordstrom. So really pretty colors, and I will go ahead and swatch them for you. Get really up close so you can see the color names. But yeah, you can check this out. Again, Timtalia has a post of the colors if you want to check it against a palette that you have. But I'm going to go ahead and get swatching. Okay guys, we got the first row. This first shade right here is called Stellar, and it is a satin. I don't know if it looks that way in the camera, but it is a satin, so it has some shimmer to it, but it's kind of like your basic ivory white shade with shimmer. Ginger is above that. That is a matte shade, and it's a really nice, I like this color. I've seen this color in her palettes before, previous ones that I've owned, and it's really nice. I use this under my eyebrow. The next shade is Bamboo. Now, Bamboo is a color that is in other palettes. Bamboo is a really nice kind of, almost, it's kind of too brown to call it taupe. But nevertheless, a really nice satin shade. So that's Bamboo right there. Above that is Cedar. Cedar, this is a gorgeous shade. It's a really nice fall shade. I would say it's almost like a burnt brown. It isn't reddish. It's a little rusty. It's kind of a rusty color, so it is slightly red, but more brown than red, I think. Bronze Glow, really, really pretty color. This is the shimmer. Bronze Glow. That's that shade right there. And one of the things that I like about her eyeshadows is no matter how much kind of shimmer infused they are, they still work really well and blend and everything like that. And there isn't a ton of fallout, I find, when using them, so that's nice. The last shade is matte right up here, and this is Espresso Bean, another color. that's pretty popular, and I believe is in another palette, Espresso Bean. It's a beautiful dark matte brown. So really pretty colors. These are great if you are looking for something. Again, every palette doesn't appeal to everybody, but these are great palettes if you want something for every day. These are work appropriate shades. Even with Bronze Glow, the shimmery one, you could get away with this with a little of a Bronze Glow in the center of your lid to just kind of brighten your everyday makeup look, or, you know, your natural makeup look. Not natural. Nothing's natural about eyeshadow. But you know what I'm saying, like just to liven up your shadow look. So we'll do the second row. But again, if you're looking for something work appropriate every day that you can use, that's what these are really good for. So we'll do the second row. What are you doing over there, Sadie? Okay, guys, second row. Right here at the bottom, we have Morning Dew. Now, this is a matte ivory shade. If you remember the first color I started off with, Stellar, it was a satiny kind of an ivory shade. So this is a matte. And it's called Morning Dew. Above that is Cashmere, and I feel like I've seen that color before in her palettes. Cashmere is a kind of a matte, almost grayish purple. And then the legendary African Violet. That has got to be their #1 shadow shade because it's in all of her palettes. African Violet is a beautiful shimmery purple that kind of has a gold shift to it. It's really, really pretty. The next color I'm going to be watching, this is called Cherrywood. Cherrywood. And it didn't swatch that smoothly. It didn't swatch as smoothly as the other shades. So I'll be watching that. Hopefully it's one of those shades that is really pigmented. But it is, you know, better when I stick my eyeshadow brush in the pan than it is when I, you know, use my finger and transfer the color. So I'll be watching that Cherrywood. This one is really pretty. It's swatched well. It's Plummifique. Plumfique. Anyway, it's plum. It's a satiny, pretty, very nice purple. And above that is Noir, and that color is in another one of her palettes. Noir is just a beautiful, beautiful deep black. So definitely nice colors. Noir is a really pretty, the matte blacks, it's a good matte black. Really, really deep. So deep it'll put your butt to sleep. I haven't said that in a while. But yeah, so those are the colors in the palette. Hopefully it was a little bit helpful. I know it's kind of confusing in the beginning when I was talking about what colors are and where, but hopefully that was a little helpful to you. But yeah, overall, really excited to use this. Again, it's a really nice kind of a palette to, you know, it's kind of, these are like my go-tos for when I want to do something like quick and easy and I just want it to be effortless. So that's why I always go back for, you know, her latest palettes. What was I going to say? Never mind. Anyway, I'll let you go, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. And again, remember, this is the new palette from Laura. For the holidays, so I don't know how long it'll be around. I believe it's part of our holiday collection, so you might want to check it out sooner rather than later. I picked up mine from Nordstrom, $55. It's also available at Neiman Marcus. Hopefully it'll make it to Sephora. That would be great, make it more widely available for everybody, because I think there are a lot more Sephora shoppers than, you know, those other places. But thanks for joining me, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.